work it, make it taller, faster, makes us stronger. Work it, make it taller, makes us power. Work it, make it taller, faster, makes us stronger. Work it, make it taller, makes us power. Work it.
Hello YouTube, hello beauty school drop-ins, it's JoviBeauty and welcome back. How's everyone doing today? I just got a message from, Monette. Monette, she's one of the subscribers on IG, and she gave me a link to this Killer Mike video about the Revolt Summit, and I wanted to talk about it really quickly. So before we begin and have this conversation, because I think it needs to be had, please do not forget to like this video, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Hey Styles, follow us on, subscribe to the YouTube channel, hit the bell notification so you know whenever I drop a new video. Subscribe to my vlog channel, JoviBeauty Lifestyle, so you can see, you know, how I live my best life. Follow me on my other, so did I say that already? I think I did. And I think that's it. That's all the maintenance we got today. So look guys, I wanted to talk about this Revolt Summit that has been going on. I really wanted to go, but the way my money is set up, I cannot. But yeah, so like I said, Monette, is it Monette? Let me make sure, because I want to give the right credit to the right person. So Monette Low, who is an active subscriber on the channel. Hi Cherie, is an active subscriber on the channel, sent me this video. It was a clip of the Revolt Summit discussion with T.I., Candace Owens, Killer Mike, and you know, a couple of other people. So don't get me wrong, I'm not a big fan of Candace Owens, you know, but again, you have to take out what, like Killer Mike said in the clip that that Monette sent me, you have to take the good out what people say. You can't just, you know, paint a wide brush or use a wide brush and just negate everything that they're saying because, you know, we don't like the fact that she's a Republican. We don't like the fact that, you know, she supports Trump. And yeah, so let's talk about it. I saw a couple clips. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't watch the whole hour and 20-minute show, but I did read about it, and I watched the clip where she was speaking about, you know, the issues in the black community. And I'm not gonna say she's wrong. You know, she was speaking about birth rates. She was speaking about a couple of things, but these are some of the main points that I think are very important, and we really need to think about it. And like Killer Mike said, it's not about being Republican or Democrat. I'm a Democrat, but you know, it's not about being Republican or Democrat. It's about seeing who is going to do something for us. I believe in that 100%. Y'all see I got my Revolt pillow in the background? I ain't got my Revolt pillow. Anyway, so yeah, let's get into what she was saying. I took a little bit of notes because, you know, I didn't want to really miss any of the main focus. She was talking about birth rates. She was talking about birth rates amongst the black community, and I think that's important because a lot of us, you know, don't have children. A lot of us don't understand that to be a majority, you know, we have to be able to actually be a majority. We have to be able to like have children and stuff and bring them up in a way that is positive. Okay. She was also talking about, before I get into illiteracy rates, marriage rates. You know, marriage is very important, and that's, in my opinion, on why birth rates are so low. Women nowadays, you know, they really don't get married. I believe she said like in the 60s we were at 23% of, you know, 23% of black women were not married. Okay, And majority of us were married. Remember, my grandmas was married. People were married, and they had larger families. They were able to stay at home, take care of their kids, and their husbands was able to go out and, provide for the family, because they weren't just having babies with Tom, Dick, and Harry or some dude because he was cute. It was all about, can you provide for your family? Can you take care of the children that we're going to have? Can we send them to college? Can we pay for these tuitions, etc., etc., etc.? Hello, everyone. Yeah. And y'all know how I feel about this, because I am a staunch supporter of marriage, building the Black community, and a lot of that has to do with marriage. Somebody the other day, who was it, said that, maybe y'all could tell me, said that, the Black community is the way it is because of single mothers. Now, I don't believe that 100%, but I believe not having fathers in our homes really account for a lot of issues. Our children, we are not there a lot of the times. We're too busy working. We're too busy being the man and the woman of the household to be able to fully raise our children. And a lot of our boy children, don't learn the necessities of like what it takes to be a man, because there is no real man around him. He doesn't have a lot of these young men do not have great examples on. Definitely a contributing factor. Yeah, a lot of these young men, do not have good examples on what it is to be a man and what it is to provide for your family and to take care of your family, And a lot of these young women, they learn from watching their mothers break their backs, and these men, and choosing a lot of these men. That's why I'm always about, choosing right and thinking about and not focusing on how cute he is or how big his dick is and all of this crazy shit, because in a scheme of things, what's really important is how a man is able to provide for his family. Because how cute he is and how big his dick is ain't really gonna mean shit when you 50 and 60 years old and you sick because you done worked yourself to death, and this cute sexy man you got here is all great and all wonderful and off to the youngest girl he could find because he done broke you and took all your life and took all your energy and your youth from you. Okay? Yeah, she was also talking about, the statistics of people that do not have fathers in the home, how they're 9 times more likely to drop out of school, etc., etc., 6 times or something like that more likely to end up in jail. And this is real life, because again, when you're not home to raise your freaking children, you know how people say the streets raise your kids? When you're not home to raise your children and to be there for you, a lot of the times, honestly, if you're going to be honest, guys, I know I'm all about let's just keep it a buck and be honest with what it is, because we can't change it if we don't want to acknowledge what it is. A lot of the times we're not honest with the fact that our children are raising themselves. They're latchkey. They're raising themselves. The television is raising them. That's why people like Cardi B can tell, can have your kids thinking that certain things are appropriate, because mom is too busy going to work all day. And when mommy come home, she, is exhausted and tired because she had to go to work and she had to do this and she had to come home and cook and she had to come home and clean. And you don't have time to be the mother that you should be or that you would want to be for your kids, because you out here taking up the man's role and busting your ass because, you didn't necessarily pick the most opportune man to be the father for your kid. You was too busy checking out how much muscles he had and how cute he was and how many Jordans he owned instead of how many degrees he had. How if things hit the fan and I say this all the time, and y'all be thinking I'm playing, but I'm serious. When his back is against the wall, if he folds or if he stands, when shit get hard, if he's out here and he could go to work and bust his ass to make sure his family is taken care of, or is he just gonna fall back and lean on you because he know you gonna have it and you gonna be the one to make it happen, and you gonna break your back, get a freaking hernia, taking care of his responsibilities while he still want to sit up and be the man in the house, even though you doing the man things. We all know how I feel about that. Okay? So she's also speaking about illiteracy rates. And again, like I said, this has so much to do with it. Like, I'm going to keep it a buck. Y'all know I work for myself. I'm home majority of the time. Well, I do my business stuff, but a majority of the time I'm home. I'm here to take care of my kid. I'm here to make sure that I was speaking to one of my friends a little while, like 2 weeks ago. We got her daughter's like 3, into the school my daughter used to go to, because I put in a lot of work into, I have time to put into work into, finding out these schools, finding out the programs that will be best for taking my child to where I need to be. Because I'm smart enough to know that if I leave it up to the New York City Board of Education, my child will end up flipping burgers or some shit. Because I went to a high school where one of the majors was was not even hospitality, fast food management. They were training people in the high school that I went to how to freaking flip burgers, and goal was to be a freaking manager at McDonald's. Nothing against anybody who has those type of jobs, but my thing is, you have those type of jobs in order, in my opinion, for your children to do better than you. My mother told me my entire life, okay, she bust her ass, she came over here, she used to work she used to work in hospitality, and she made sure to let me know that I have to do better than her. Like my kid, I'm going through a whole application process for my kid that is very ridiculous, and it's a lot. But one, I have the time to do it with her. Next weekend, we got to be in Manhattan at 7:30 in the morning on a Saturday, so she could take this test to be able to get into this program that will put her in prep school. I have the time to do that, to not only be there to go take the test for her, with her, but to know that these programs actually exist. Like I was speaking to my friend, getting into these, she tried to go into other schools. She tried to take her kid into other schools because she didn't really understand. And she put her kid into preschools and like 2-3 other preschools. And then she decided, no, girl, let me just go and look at the school that you've been talking about for whatever, this preschool. And as soon as she went there, she was like, yeah. And then, now we focusing on getting her kid into the school that my daughter went to for elementary school, because it's a great freaking school. Because again, I have the time to do this. And she said, my friend said, she don't know anything about this, and you have to put in the time, and she just don't have the time because she works and she have to bust her ass and she got to do this and she don't got to do that. She don't have the time to put into searching for these schools or being there when your kid needs you to go to school. Y'all know, if you've been here long enough, I am always the chaperone. Well, they don't need chaperones in junior high school now, but when she was in elementary school, I was always the chaperone. I was always available. Something happened, I was at the school. There was no such thing as something happened and I had to be at work. I had to do that when she was in kindergarten, and that used to kill me. I couldn't be there for certain parent-teacher meetings. I couldn't be there for certain things because I was too busy working, trying to feed her and trying to make sure we had a roof over our head, And again, like I said, I've been there. I've done that. I know what it is. But that's why I try to tell people now that we need to focus on, my opinion, as women, especially lesson learn. If you're young, if you're one of my young subscribers, learn from our experiences. But even if you're older, learn from the mistakes you made and try to recognize it for what it is and recognize it as a trap to try to keep us down. They have all of us wanting to be out here being independent, don't need no daddy for our kids, don't understand why we should get married. Marriage is a freaking legal contract, okay? Marriage makes a man, if you pick a good one, makes him willing and able to work and bust his ass to take care of his family. Not his baby mother, not his whatever, his family. That's why you need to put in thoughts, okay? Thoughts and discernment into who we have sex with, into who we allow in our bodies, because they can get us pregnant. Okay, into who we even decide to spend our time with, into who we allow in our lives to even be an example to our girl children on how a man should treat her, or to our sons on how he should be as a man. Okay, a lot of these dudes run around. Look, 85 baby daddy Future. Future already told us. He told us why he's the way he is. Because he never seen his mother with a man that respected her. You know, it was always a her doing, and a revolving door of bullshit ass niggas. So now he is a revolving door in so many women's lives because that was the only example he saw. I'm just going off at the mouth. So yeah. Like I said, y'all know I'm a Democrat. Well, I wish I had a better option, but you know, for right now, it is what it is. But I do have a lot of conservative views, okay? I do believe, y'all already know, I do believe in marriage, okay? I believe in putting marriage, even if both people make less money than a single mother, she will do better. The kids will do better. Okay, the kids will do better with a woman who doesn't work and a husband who busting his ass than a single mother. The children will do better. She will do better. That is not a insult. It is not it is just a fact that they take data and come up with the fact. Now you may say, you know, you particularly, because people love to come on here and tell me about what they did when they son is so this and they doing it so that. That's you. But in general, you know, we need to think about the black family. You know, we need to think about building black wealth. We need to think about having more children, okay? Building a foundation for them so they have something to hold on to. So they have someone who is there for them to raise them. Too many of our children are being raised by the streets because mommy is too busy working to pay the bills. Okay? Is that all I have to say? Yeah, and then she was talking about femininity, about the feminist movement. And, you know, I'm not a fan of the feminist movement at all. You know, I think the feminist movement for black women has really killed us. The feminist movement, you know, all of those, you know, stupid movements has really killed our community because we really out here a lot of the times not understanding and just having babies all willy-nilly for any old body without marriage even being in the without a man with the thought that I'm going to have to do this by myself already. So if you have that thought in your head, you're automatically going to pick a trash ass dude. And my thing is always, you manifest into your life what you think you deserve. So if you think, and you've been told your whole life that men are shit, you know, your mama told you that because she could never find a man who's shit. So she subconsciously, not purposely, hopefully it's not purposely, is setting you up to be a single mother. You have to recognize that and say, you know what? Well, no, I don't really want to do this. No, maybe I want to wait a little bit, you know, make better decisions, be less manly a little bit, you know. Like I say all the time, I'm only a strong black woman when I don't have a man. When I am single, I am a strong black woman. When I am in a relationship, I do not have to be strong because that is his job. And if he don't understand that, then that just isn't the man for me. AKA, that ain't the man for you. Okay, let me check my notes. Yo, we talked about birth rates, illiteracy rates. And again, that illiteracy is very important. She was talking about, you know, I think she said Detroit, like they surveyed like 6 schools and near one of the children could pass a basic reading or math test. Like, what the hell? Like, what? But again, in my opinion, that has a lot to do with nobody is there for the kid. The kid has to damn near raise itself from him or she is old enough to do whatever, because a lot of the times mommy ain't at work. Mommy ain't at home. She at work. She can't help you with your homework. She can't, you know, do this because she's too busy working, and when she come home from working, she's tired because she been working all day. And that just ain't her job. Hold up. I'll text. Just making sure it ain't nothing important. Okay. I'll text her back in a few. Okay. I was just making sure it wasn't important. So, yeah. Like I said, I was just looking over some of the things that she said. I ain't a supporter of Trump. I damn sure ain't a supporter of Candace Owens. But I can say that some of the things that she was saying, you know, in reference to black people and black America and how we need to think about these things are accurate. We need to get out of this strong black woman struggle. You know, we need to really think about who we're breeding with and make sure that we're breeding. Make sure that we're having children. Okay? Make sure that we pick a man who is worth having babies for. Not because he cute and, you know, he got 85 pairs of Jordans. A dude got 85 pairs of Jordans. He could buy a house, but he living in his mama's freaking extra bedroom. That ain't the dude you want to be having babies with. Or he got to go from one woman house to another woman house to another woman house before he end up in your house. That ain't the dude you should be having children with. Sorry, but no. I don't give a fuck how big the dick is. I shouldn't have said that. Penis. Okay, I got to see where I'm at. Because the chat continued. Okay. Definitely a contributing factor. Hey, Patina, I'm sorry to say this. Black women have to be mommy and daddy, even if we choose right. Black men have this need to lay with anything nowadays. Patina, I'm not even going to say that. I think that a lot of black women do not choose men correctly. Or allow shit to happen and just deal with it. I say all the time, I am not a strong black woman. Okay? Nothing about me says that I'm going to pay half these bills. Nothing about me says that you are going to be up in my face with your struggle love. No. Nope. No. And you got to think about it like this. There's women who be with a dude and she paying half the bills and she going through a whole bunch of shit, yada, yada, yada. And then that dude will get with somebody else and do right. Why? Because the woman he got with expected more from him. She had more value in herself, and he knew that if he was going to be with her, he had to get his shit and keep his shit together. Because the minute he didn't, she would not be there. Okay? That's my opinion. That's my opinion. Everybody don't have to agree with it, but you know, that's my opinion. I'm sorry. Okay. Cherie, the only issue I have is because we have to let that be go so long that this behavior, how we break the cycle of our children to live better than us. The new HIV stats, black people are 60% of new cases. We have an epidemic. Our sons need better, but we keep taking someone else's daddy to make him an example and left his responsibility to his already made family. Again, Cherie, I agree with you. Our sons need better, and we should be picking better from jump. We should be picking better from jump. You know, I don't believe in baby daddies. I don't want a baby daddy. I don't have a baby daddy. I have a whole ex-husband. I don't believe in it. And we was married a whole 4 years before we even had a child. Okay, I believe in... Yeah, no. I don't believe in baby. Me personally. I understand people been through, you know. And again, shit happens. Life goes on, you know. And you have to adjust. Because, we're human and shit happens. But I get... How do I say... Okay, I'm just saying it because whatever. Things are a little different for me, okay, in relations to dating. Once a man finds out that I wasn't only married, that I actually have an ex-husband, I don't have a baby daddy, okay, and that we were married for a while previously. It's a different I need to close the blinds, but it's a different they see you differently. You know, that's why shit happens, you know. But when you set yourself up to not look like a baby mama, you don't get that. You don't get that. And y'all know, if you've been here, I've been through some, you know, like, what the fuck? But I've never in my life dated a freaking Pookie or Ray Ray. Ever. Before him, after, no. I have, you know, whatever issues with whatever dude that I dated after, whatever. We all know they're crazy. But it was never no, the struggle is real issue. Fuck out of here. Hey, Purple. I just 200, y'all. Congratulations, Purple, for getting your 200. I'm so happy for you. Kush said Candace is right. The people who deny it have a lot to learn about politics and black history. Listen, I don't think she's right about everything. Nobody is right about everything, okay? I don't think she's right about everything. I ain't voting for Trump, period. But there are a lot of, she did make a lot of good points. And you can't, like, a lot of things, like Killer Mike was saying. What the hell just happened? Oh, I gotta mute the volume. A lot of things that she was saying, Louis Farrakhan said, has been saying for years. Killer Mike on and that same live summit was like, you know, he don't care about your Democrats or your Republicans. What do you have for us? You know, and again, we need to build ourselves. We need to understand shit. We don't even think we deserve husbands, let alone, you know, accurate representation or you know, our sons not being killed or to raise children. You know how much times, honestly, do you know how much times people come up in here and tell me about how trash men are, black men are, like we're not the ones raising them? You know, I think we have to really look at the shit. You know, black men can be trash, black women can be trash. Who the hell is raising them? We're raising them with no examples of our sons, with no great examples on how to be a man. I don't care what you say. You can't teach no dude to be a man. You cannot. You cannot, okay? And you cannot show a woman, your daughter, how a man is supposed to treat her. You can show her how to be a strong black woman. You can show her how to, you know, do everything for herself and to be and to create an epidemic where 77% of us are not married or damn near will never be married. But I'm sorry. I'm just saying. Let me go close the curtains. The thing's killing me. Okay. Better. All right. Just better for me. I'm not partisan. Just better for me. Okay. I agree with you. I agree with you, DC Purple. I'm a debtor. And a heavy body count is real. Hold up. None of the candidates care about autism, but they should. People with autism vote. They should. They should. You're right, Purple. They should. Everybody who has info on Clinton. Okay. By the way, don't forget Pelosi is spoken to about the impeachment of Trump in a few. That's what I heard, but again, impeachment after y'all let him run amok for 2 years, child, please. Child, please. He was married 4 years before my son, and GC Purple said, me too, Jovi was married 4 years before my son and 11 years in total. So you understand what I'm saying. When men find out that you have a kid and that you were married, it's a whole different conversation. Wasn't this ain't my baby daddy? I don't have a baby daddy. It's my ex-husband. Okay, hey ex-husband. When I speak to him, hey ex-husband, I was like, hey baby daddy. No, hey ex-husband, because that's what the fuck he is. That somebody was willing to lock it down with you and do it for real with you says a lot more about you than just having a baby with a nigga that just going, no, I'm sorry, but no. Teresa, I don't believe in baby daddies, but when the law includes the phrase common law that gave people a chance to practice, child, I believe in marriage. Okay, I believe in the legal contract. Okay, I believe in that. All that common law shit can get very tricky if something was to happen to him. What's going to happen to your offspring then? Everybody want to be shacking up. DC said, yup, they see you different and wonder why you are not snatched up again. You're right. And they be trying to snatch you up and you be like, swerve it. Wait. Hey, Carmelo. I have refreshed my screen 20 times and it still says live stream is offline. Am I tripping? It says it's offline. I got it rolling on my phone and it's working on my phone. So I don't know, Ramona. Hey, Mr. Mike. How are you? They are getting ready to impeach Trump. Pelosi's on TV now. Oh gosh, I don't have kids. Sorry, only husband. Get that from me. Thank you, All Topics YouTuber. You have to, like, kids are very important. We have to keep our population up. We have to keep our count up. We have to, create our descendants. I am very into that. But not for just no willy-nilly Pookie and freaking Ray Ray, because who can't even take care of the kid. Like, what are you doing? No. Bob Cherie, I'm about to get off here to see Pelosi too, but I just wanted to come and make this video. I'm raising my son by myself. He's 15, and no, I couldn't show him how to be a man. But I'm very thankful that God is out strong real men in my life, like teachers and his coaches. His coach is awesome. That's what's up, Jasmine. Shit, like I said, things, let me stop cussing. Things happen. But at least you got enough sense in your head. Like, a lot of women don't. I'm serious, Jasmine. And they really be out here thinking they going, I raise my son to be a man by myself. He needs good examples. You gonna teach him how to pee? I cannot. But then we wonder why we have, like, so many women have sons who are very feminine. Okay? Even if they're straight, very feminine. Because they have no examples of what that looks like. But hey, I digress. I don't know, Ramona. I have no idea. I'm sorry. I'm not sure what we're talking about because I'm late. I'll say this. As a man, I'd rather be with a woman who was married than a typical baby mother. Not saying baby mother is exempt. Not saying a woman with the baby father is off limits, but it's different. My mom was a single mother, but she didn't grow up in a single household. My grandpa took care of 9 kids. My grandma didn't work. See, Mr. Mike said it. No shade, all tea. We don't shade nobody over here. We just give it lessons. Let you learn and let you figure it out for yourself. And again, it might sound good at 22, but is it gonna be a good look at 42? We gotta think of our futures. I had examples around me. My views on manhood is a little different than a typical single mother household. My uncles didn't play with me. Yeah. And a lot of the times, honestly, in a lot of the single mother households, they didn't have that example. Like, say, didn't have a father. She didn't grow up with a father, maybe, or like the man isn't there in her situation. She don't know how to not be the strong black woman and allow the man, or how to pick a good man, or even if she was to get him, allow him to be the man in the household. Allow him to say, you know, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna take care of things, and I'm gonna, you know, it's a whole different mindset. It's a lot easier, in my opinion, me personally. That's just my opinion. It's just my opinion. No shade. Pelosi announces the formal impeachment inquiry. Jovi, what does that mean to you? That means nothing, because the election is next year. They had 3 years. Girl, I'm tired of all of these politicians. Girl, I'm tired of all of these politicians. They had 3 years. They let this man drag the United States to the pits of hell from which he came, and now they want to impeach him. I'm well aware now that I should have been married, but I wasn't raised like that, nor did I grow up seeing married people. I don't know. And that's, you know what? That's honest. That's honest, and that's real. A lot of people aren't. A lot of people don't. I grew up with married parents. My parents were married to each other, and then they was married to other people. My majority of my uncles, not all of them, but I'm gonna say 90% of my aunts and uncles, my cousins and them, they are married. You know, I grew up seeing that, so it was just a given for me. I can't even fathom a dude who ain't. Who think we gonna lay up or sit up for 5, 10, 15 years and not put no ring on my finger? Bitch, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. That's not in my blood. Hey, Kelly. You need a male role model around young men. Carmelo said you need a male role model around young men. How to be responsible, how to love, how to handle this business around the house. Exactly. How to take the garbage out. How to know that you have to work. You have to do things. You have to provide. You know, you can't just sit up in your mama house and being a burden on your mama when you was a big capable man. Somebody has to be there to teach him to man up. You can't just be crying to your mother because your mommy like, oh my baby. You need a man that's gonna be like, get your ass up, you know, because again, like I said, way too much feminine men. And I'm not saying that in a homosexual way. I'm just saying in general, thinking like a lot of these men out here think, and they got a lot of these women out here thinking the same thing. It's a woman's job to take care of them because all they've ever seen was their mothers taking care of them. Raising your sons to be a bunch of nothing and to be a burden on you, and then he leave your house and go be a burden on another woman. No. I ain't got no sons, but if I do, I am raising him like that. He gonna have to get his little butt up and take the trash out at like 5. I believe my mom's upbringing didn't allow her to bring any old type of man around her kids. Exactly. You don't want them. Hell no. DC said most of her family is married or has been. I was raised like that. I wouldn't even know what to do with the dude who, like, I don't even want you around me. We don't have the same mind. I don't even want you around me, let alone my chilling. My mom was raised in Red Hook, so it was real there when I grew up. Drugs were everywhere. In the 90s, when my uncles and grandfathers weren't having it, you better get a job, pack bags, something. Exactly. Hey, Jackie, how are you? Miss you too. Hey, Sci-Fire. Hey, Barry, how are you? I hate that I had a divorce, but I'd do it again. I've been so guarded lately. I haven't given anyone a chance. Listen, with time heals all wounds, okay, Barry? Time heals all wounds. And again, even with men, I told y'all already, I don't date baby daddies. I hate baby daddies. I hate them. And if you have more than one child, if you are a baby daddy and you have more than one child with this person, first I'm judging you because, like, why didn't you marry her? Automatically, that's in my head. Like, how you having babies and you ain't married and you ain't even think of marrying this woman? And then you have multiple children. Like, I couldn't even fuck a Mr. 85 baby daddy. He couldn't get anywhere near the cooch. At my big grown age, if I'm dating a man, he is divorced. He's never been married and have no kids, or he is divorced, or because I don't want nothing to do with a man who doesn't comprehend marriage. Nothing. You big and grown at 40 years old, you never been married, but you got mad children. You ain't the dude for me. You not the man in my dreams. No, thank you. Keep it to yourself. Late but not left out. Hey TJ, how are you? I would date a woman who was divorced before I date a woman who had several baby daddies. Exactly. Like, child, I'm not dating nobody with several baby mamas, daddies. That just no. That tells you who they. No, thank you. That's just me. That's just me. Mr. said, women that think they are protecting their sons by coddling them, they're doing them more damage. My mom always told me my wife come first, even before her. I totally get it. They are doing them more damage. I remember my ex-husband. I remember when we first got married, his mom we would go pick her up to go to church or whatever. It's when I used to be all Christian like. Anyway, his mom would make me sit in the front. I would always be trying to go and sit in the back because it's his mom. You know, she was like really older. You know, she's like really older. Well, moms are older, but you know, like really older. And she would say no. She would say no. You are his wife, and you need to sit there. I would go in the back, and I used to be like, all right. You know, after a while, I was like, okay, and I understood, you know, where she was coming from in that. Was like, but again, she was married for about 50 years before her husband passed, so she knew what the hell she was talking about. And I do not believe in coddling boys. I believe coddling boys lead to grown boys who don't know how to be men. That's how I feel. Every boy I've seen, oh my son, ain't too good for the women in his life when he grow up. Okay? Shatter, good afternoon to all of you. Good afternoon, Sapphire. I'm not going to date my own baby daddy. Right? You date. Goodness gracious. He ain't even put a ring on it. No ring. I told y'all my homegirl is about to drop a baby any day now. And they just got married at the baby shower. They wasn't even, listen, before the baby was even born. Before the baby was even gone. Before the baby even came. Like, we're not going to do this. And I was having a conversation with someone else. And they were telling me, hold on, give me a second. They were telling me that, hold up, one second. Hold up. They were telling me how, you know, they don't understand how single mothers do it. Like, the having babies and, you know, the struggle without, like, help and assistance. Because it's so hard. Like, it's so hard. It's so hard. And, like, I don't understand how they do it. I'm going to keep it up. But I don't understand because it's so difficult. That's why even when we made that video a couple months ago about that woman who was pregnant with twins and her husband talking about, you know, she was busting her ass working and doing all this shit at like 8.5 months pregnant. And her husband, like, you know what, she doesn't want to be a bum. It's like these are not the type of dudes you want to be with. Like, that shit, let me tell you something, you are growing a life in your womb, bruh. They are taking your air supply, your freaking life force, everything. And you gotta get up. And then the ones who do the manual labor, child, I don't do manual labor. I've never really done manual labor in my life, child. But to just the ones who do the manual labor, and then we wonder why we as black women are so sick all the time, having dying from cancers and strokes and all of this stuff, or our back all messed up, our feet, everything, we wonder why we going through all of this, because we out here killing ourselves to provide for some dude. What's the matter? Hold on. Take him. Yeah. Chatter, good app.
We have 3 tests tomorrow.
Women that. Okay. I'm not going to think. Okay. I was always raised to let my elders sit up front, married or not. Yeah, no. She refused. She refused. Because that's just not how the way it's supposed to be. And like I said, she's been married. She was married before her husband passed for about 50 years. She refused. She refused to sit up front. The people that I know who do stuff like that, and old ladies like that, they've been the ones who, and she ain't worked nowhere. She ain't worked nowhere. Probably like 10 years into their bed. And when she did work, she ain't really do no manual labor. I'm just telling y'all. Well, my son has autism, but his dad does not. But that's another story. Yeah, Candace was wrong. I don't respect black women or men cleaning for myself. We was talking about how she felt about black marriages, literacy rates, and what it was. I wrote it down. Black marriages, literacy rates, and our birth rates. And again, we don't necessarily have to agree with everything that she say. I don't agree with what, majority of what Candace Owens says. I don't fuck with her. But you can say when certain things are correct. Our children being raised in single mother households are not conducive to building a freaking positive black community. Where are the men? Why are we not picking better fathers for our children? That's facts. Why are we only at 77% of black women not married in comparison to 23% from the 60s? Why not? We made better fucking decisions in the 60s. There was no damn welfare. So you wasn't out here having babies and, no shade, no tea, or nobody getting they whatever, but you weren't too quick to jump and have a baby for freaking Pookie ass when there was no government assistance. You made sure you went and found you Ronald, who worked at the steel mines, and who was responsible and who broke his back to make sure he was able to take care of you and your children. Okay? All right? I'm just saying. Hey Gwen, it's been a while. Hey Sierra, how are you? The dog scared the effort out of me. I'm sorry, Mona. I have 8 children. Sapphire said I have 8 children, and it was easy, believe it or not. I think because I really wanted them. A man doesn't make you or complete you. Okay. I love taking advice from married couples going on 50. They know the truth. Exactly, they know the truth. Like I tried to put her in front. She refused, bruh. She refused. And all her children are married. People that I know like that, all their children are married. They have good, upbringings, and they're Like, you have to take the good examples and learn from them, and not just be like, this is not how it happened in my house. So, maybe everything in your house wasn't freaking fantastic. I'm just saying. I finally got it. Mona says she finally got it. Listen, life is life. We got it. We don't just all know everything. I ain't all knowing and shit. I say when you stop learning, you die. But these are just things that I know will make you and your life better off. I'm not arguing with you about it. Having a good husband to father or your children is better for you and your children's lives. But to each their own. Take it or leave it. Carmelo said that is so true. You made long-term goal choices. Yeah, you make yes, because they made long-term goal choices. It wasn't, oh, my baby daddy. Oh, I can just, and oh, I don't need no man, and I don't need, no, you picked better, because there was no running for child. You picked better. We made better decisions, because there was no, I could do it by myself, and no, you made sure that when you did it was, you picked the best you could find, and not, he's so cute, he got 85 pairs of Jordans. Mr. 85 baby daddy has 85 pairs of Jordans too. Yeah. All topics YouTubers say, I think black women have children like that is because in their minds they say I can do it on my own. Yeah, and we cannot. And that's my point. And we cannot. That's why the jails are filled with our sons. That's why our daughters are out here not valuing marriage and having babies for Pookies and Ray Rays. And not valuing themselves. We cannot. We cannot. It sounds good. It's nice. If you ain't got no choice, you're going to have to do what you have to do. But let's not set ourselves up for it. Could we not set ourselves up for the struggle? It would be amazing if we stopped setting ourselves up for the struggle. Donette said, please don't give this candle, I think you mean Candace, any time she went to the Congress and said the KKK is not a problem and other races have children out of marriage. Again, we weren't really talking about her in general. We don't really like her too tough. We were just talking about some of her talking points and why, I believe that, yeah, we should be, our children's literacy rate should be higher. Our birth rate should be higher. Our marriage rate should be higher. We should be picking better men. We should stop this strong black woman struggle bullshit and just do better. Pookie and Ray Ray should be, you know how they say the strong survives? It's Darwin, right? The strong survives. Our most competent men who could actually provide and take care of families, what the fuck? We're procreating with a bunch of Pookies and freaking Ray Rays who bring our community all the fucking way down. No. Can you imagine? I worked so hard to get my kid into gold. We're trying to get her to MIT in the next 8 years. Okay? Can you imagine me getting with some dude who don't even know what that is, or let alone could be able to even afford her tuition? What kind of shit is that? A lot of these women are with men who can't even afford the rent without you. Y'all living with roommates, not men. You ain't got no man. You got a roommate. It's not about a man completing you. It's about family structure. Mr. Mike! Mr. Mike says, it's not about a man completing you. It's about family structure. There was always an exception to the rule. I personally wouldn't want 8 kids out there depending solely on their mother. Yeah. But you know, no shade. I'm just yeah. I agree. Or 8 kids with the same dude and y'all married. Okay, I fucks with that. I know people like that. My dad, they got like 10. They had like 10 kids. My grandparents had like 10 kids, some shit like that. You know, together, no doubt. But I don't all that. No, I'm just not. I personally just not into that. It's not. I'm not into that. It caused a whole. You know, I'm just not. But again, to each their own, and hopefully, you know, people will learn. The Mona Lisa said the propaganda today is you got to be a strong woman and no man is needed or necessary. Trying to teach these young girls their body is their only value and will get them what they want. Check my head, child. That strong women mentality is only really pushed in our community. Okay, it's only really pushed in our community. That's why we're at a 77% single mother rate. I don't believe in it. I don't believe in it. I don't believe in it. I don't push it. I don't teach it. I don't. No. Nope. I don't want my daughter to grow up. Goals is to be a single mother and struggle. Goals is to struggle? Goals is to struggle. Come on now, no. You must not do your own research and get all of your info from biased news channel and in a black woman and never seen a KKA member dressed in the sheets. I live in Texas. Okay. As kids, we are raised to disrespect our bodies by media and in the home. By media, but again, like I say, if we have someone in the home that is in the home and our mothers are there to show a good example and we aren't being raised by the damn television, I don't know. I think it's a difference. Go premiere your video. I'm about to get off of here anyway. If you're not, please subscribe. Please like the video. Like it now, like it later. Just like the video and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Thank you, Teresa Scott, for subscribing to the station. Hey, Murphy girl. How are you? All right, guys. So we're going to be out because y'all know I don't like to go past an hour. And I think I got my point across during this video. You know, I was rambling and rolling and talking a whole bunch of shit. So, as always, I hope you live your life like it's golden, okay? Please, let's make better decisions, okay? Live your life like it's golden. Stop licking me, dog. Because there's no other way to live it.